the Portuguese powerhouse who have certainly exploded onto the scene in the first half of this year. Let's see if they can close out the season with a bang. It's Saw v FaZe over on Ancient.
They're going to waste no time getting into this one. And so Saw with the T side opening. Got a couple of players here you're going to want to keep a keen eye on for Saw, just to kind of gauge the level that they're coming into this on, and I think Arosdos is a prime name for that. He'll open up with one. Brokey responds. These dual Berettas out from Donut quickly level the playing field, and so we end up back in this 3-on-3 with Brokey still hanging around a fight. That's because he's got Carrigan backing him up with the bomb down over here in mid. FaZe are playing to contain. They lose Carrigan up in the window, and so now Brokey's got to do the heavy lifting.
Still a backstab on A. Reigns trying to contain it from CT. He's got Brokey's back at least, but Arosdos moving into the site gets that kill. Brokey just fighting for survival, fighting for the ace. Those Julies can't connect the killing blow. Final shot does it, and he gets out as well. On top of the bomb, Brokey with a reposition. He hears these footsteps. He's tucked in the corner. He might have this ace to open up London. Arosdos, it's all on this corner clear. Low HP, looking in, going for the check, and Saw save themselves.
It's exchanged over here in middle, but Sora fine to move in and try and take this space. That's a little awkward here, with the nades finding good damage on Arosdos. He'll get run down. Story can't contain this from the bottom of mid. And so suddenly FaZe have put so much pressure on Saw. They deny all this mid control. And at this point, FaZe know where that bomb is heading. The only site they don't control was over here towards B. They full cleared A main. They push through middle. So FaZe are now set up for a retake in the 4v2.
Still very winnable for Saw. Don't count them out here, but FaZe are just playing to trade, and Rops is on a very late lurk. Roman, if his teammate dies in the site, he can't hold this flank forever, so he needs to go hunting, search for this kill on Rops, needs to clear the corner, and he can't get the kill. That's a phenomenal shot for Rops. You jerks, 1v4, they don't have a kit. That may be the way in. Get him off the bomb, he's done it! But Reigns still trades, and I think there's just enough time for FaZe.
Damn, that's not one of the rounds that you would have expected FaZe to pull up and win, right? They get out with the saved guns from that second round. They have a bit of armor, a couple of pistols. They come in with the mid-aggression.
You know, very well. Winning a round like that, getting on the board early, but Saw coming straight in with a rebuy. They've got AKs, Galils, and putting the B pressure on immediately. Going quick up B.
Carrigan's going to get tested here. Oh, and he's done his homework, ready for that. First two players in. A chewed up by the Carrigan M4. Rain forced out from cave by that Molotov. Tried to play him behind the site, but the molly makes him swing it wide. And so now Saw get that bomb planted. Retake is afoot here for FaZe Clan, and they know they've got a player trapped, still on default. The one who planted that bomb. That only leaves one player to figure out the whereabouts of, and Roman's made a bit of noise now, gets the contact out through cave. They know where he is, but he's got these fights in 1v1s. And so Roman is chaining together the kills to bring himself back into this clutch. Just one man left to beat. It's Rops. Didn't have a comment, but now he will, as Roman offers up that 1v3. A clutch on the board for Saw.
Gonna bring, hopefully, a level-headed to Saw. Right now, they don't need it. They're in full control. We need a response from FaZe.
Yeah, I think Saw as well have been one of these teams that have fared well as being the underdog. I think they like it when their opponents kind of underestimate them.
And like we said, it has felt like FaZe are in that position right now. Just frozen in middle. He's trapped in a corner. Needs to. Can't get it. 3v3 and full control in middle until Rops breaks the smoke.
Okay, FaZe, they finally have themselves an advantage here. They finally have a situation in the round where they can look to win it. This is where they have to look for their second. They hear Saw on the run up over towards main. You even hear that AWP scoping in if you're back in Donut.
Should know it's 2 now.
Carrigan has fully cleared out middle as well, pushing out through heaven on the lane side. So at this point, FaZe, they've shrunk the map down to just this A-bomb site.
Great molly. Oh, Brokey just swings inside of the fire though.
Yeah, you've had nothing in this game to kind of feel, okay, well, this is at least countered that. It's like everything Saw are doing is working. And so how do you stop this if you're FaZe Clan?
You don't, not in this half. Full A rush, spawn side donut smoke for Arosdos. They're just running in. Rops is going to get smoked before they're even in. Second AWP does connect onto Roman, and now FaZe need to win this round.
Oh. Rain tries to go through, Frozen in with the backstab as well, but Mutiris was ready for the reaction. And so Saw are looking for double digits on the half here. 4v2 at all, spotted back towards spawn side, and Karrigan even seen getting aggressive. He'll get cut down. Instead, it's Saw sat on double digits after a ludicrously convincing T-side. FaZe, now they've got to offer something up here, and it's got to start in the pistol, or else Ancient will never even begin for FaZe Clan.
I start with a bang as well. We've got all 5 players heading towards a near empty B bomb site. Just U-Jerks playing passive, and this is a round that Saw do not have a kit. They're playing retake nonetheless. FaZe going to be able to execute when they're ready. Brokey, short smoke, goes out. Cubby Molly, he's got the flash, and U-Jerks is calling for support. Saw playing what seems to be a 5-on-5 post plant with a resmoke from Karrigan. That's going to make this round very hard for Saw.
Oh, Roman opens. USP taps out one. FaZe are going to come fighting for the long control. It's a nice couple of openers here, and Rops is able to hold on for one. It's a 1v1, and once again, it's Brokey on that receiving end of it this time. Arosdos moving in up through short. It's these same two that opened up the game, having a 1v1 for the pistol round in the second half, but this time the implication is so different. This is whether or not FaZe ever get the chance to try and build back into this map. Brokey pushes through. Arosdos is off the bomb, and so Brokey this time gets his revenge for that opening pistol round. That is funny. That is good.
Okay, Miss Molly. FaZe have no B doors control. They're stuck behind the smoke. They're going to walk through it. Dangerous, but not believing that Saw want to bring a play into this first gun round. They just want to feel out the map, get their util in, trust in their anchors right now.
Yeah, I think if you're FaZe as well, you know you've already applied a bit of pressure with sticking the landing on the pistol, finding the conversions. You know that Saw, who played with extreme confidence throughout the entirety of their T-side, and now maybe getting a little bit antsy, and so I don't think you feel that pressure yet to bring in a set piece. You're going to play this default, you're going to wait and see if Saw go for any of these opening moves. You know that if you win this round, you kind of start to get in Saw's head a little bit, and they'll get worried that this game could slip away from them.
Adding the B-bomb site with a third player to resist and execute, but FaZe aren't cemented on a B here. If they drop off from ledge, Story's in the right position at the right time. Miss jump with this scroll. He's still going to get out safe. Tell his teammate, watch out, Arosdos, they're coming. It's all a fake for FaZe. They go back. And look at the rotation. Saw have lost all info. Karrigan has taken the hole in the middle of the map. And at 30 seconds, he doesn't even need to play. He can just kill rotations. If they make any footsteps, Karrigan will get that kill. 20 seconds now. It's feeling obvious, but it might be too little too late. Karrigan's got this one locked and loaded. Missed shot. They take the entries as well on B, and FaZe find a way in.
Oh, Frozen's really low, and he's the one planting. Nade just falls shy of him. They use it to blow the smoke open instead. If that nade had gone in, that would have been Saw's round right there and then. Instead, it's left onto this 3-on-3. This is Saw trying to keep up that momentum from the first half, and it's resting on a retake of this B site. Robson Rain teed up to play off of one another. Rain's holding the long angle. Robs is watching short, and Saw never even attempt the round. They write this one off in the 3v3, and they give FaZe a 6.
Round by round, baby. That's all you tell yourself. FaZe have been in these positions 1,000 times. That's why even at 10-2, you can't get too comfortable, boys. You can't laugh off the pistol loss.
Karrigan were both really struggling individually. You had some nice moments from Brokey, a couple of cool ones from Rops, but it wasn't anything super top level yet. It felt like they were kind of waking up to the game. Whereas now the individuals are here for FaZe Clan, so even if you've got the read, it's still a brutal fight for survival.
That's just a hell of a recovery for Frozen. Misses the smoke on the molly, runs through it, and still gets a clean entry onto the most impactful player of that first half. Aggression on the backstab. Roman gets a dink before he dies as well, so suddenly FaZe with 2 low players are in a precarious position, dangling by a thread, and Saw just go for it. They go for the full gamble. 3B, buying in and believing on this hit.
Oh, the double swing in through Cave, and Ujerks bites down on it. It's Brokey left standing, 1v3. Bomb on his back as he moves over towards the B site. He's going into the stack here, and Ujerks gets rid of him. Saw, okay. Ujerks did phenomenal because up until now, Saw had been very paranoid, but he... Hang on a second, this is a fast play out through middle. Karrigan leads it. He's got Rops in there with him. Smoke blowing open. So they find the player back at red, meaning they don't see that someone's made it into Donut just yet. Arostos has come in with main aggression. Saw, this is a far more active CT side. Yeah. They have fully left B in the opening stages of this round. They went all in on some of these mid fights. They've got the info that no one is leaning over towards A main thanks to Arostos. So they feel content to group and fight for middle.
Trying to find that bomb, right? FaZe have played so grouped. Yeah, they've had a couple of rounds of Karrigan's lurking and kicking up dust in the B bomb site, trying to blind Saw, but for the most part, FaZe have had these 3-man groups roaming the map, playing A main, playing middle, and so Saw are going to try and crunch together a missed Brokey orb shot, but there's still 2 more in Donut. Saw, I mean, look how paranoid they are. They don't know how deep FaZe perhaps have gotten in this round. They'll replant on their feet back at B. There still might have to be a retake here when it comes to the end of the round. 40 seconds and FaZe lay up the smokes.
They go for the safe rotation of a third player back over towards B as well, instead of pushing out through middle with that double donut play. That's going to leave them a little late to the party here.
Oh, dear.
Spam out on the planter. Rain's not able to get that bomb down. Ujerks and Roman with kills apiece, and Karrigan, things are heating up here inside. He will look to get that bomb planted. Right now, Saw fully grouped over at long and short with 1 man in on the backstab. Right now, FaZe overwhelming odds on this long push. They're able to lock out the first 2. Robs and Brokey regroup over towards lane. Looks like Brokey and Rob's having that conversation about boosting up, but with the stick, with the bomb being held, Saw are just going to take this one by grabbing that defuse out from under FaZe. And Story's able to finish the job on a Brokey with that AWP. Yeah, I mean, you know, when they were able to lock in this spot back at Showdown, it was kind of Saw still very much in their peak form from this year. And we saw that wane a little, we saw that kind of fall off. They've rolled back the clock for this game. Over in mid, it's a duel to the death between Mutiras and Frozen. But Karrigan's there to get the trade. Arostos. This feels kind of wild. He's still pressuring middle. He doesn't want to give up this control for 3, but Rain's going to collect 1 over at the lane. He's even ready for the second man. Down at ramp, never even saw Ujerks. Just taps him out, but Arostos is winning all these fights down in mid.
No way.
The bomb is now separated.
No way.
Arostos is cut down as he attempts to aggress out through middle. That's the bomb spotted. And you might anticipate they're going to try and rejoin Rain. I mean, he has just manhandled this B push. Story got the spot. He knows that he's deep, and so he knows that bomb is on the rotate to join him. Right now, there's a window for a 1v1 on Story's orb. But that window is now closed. Rops has arrived as signposted by that util coming out, and Rain catches Story on the smoke push.
Frozen call. Yes, he's doing it. He's doing the spam in mid. I love this for Rain. 3, 2, 1, and out it goes. Oh! What a play! Oh, we've never seen it at this level. Finally, Rain.
The last round of regulation. Mutiras doesn't even get to play. His round ends in red room to a guy he can't see.
It's like we're back in cash. It's like 2016. Oh my goodness. I've always wanted to see someone do that. And at the last round of the half, Rain whips out the dak. Click, clack, overtime. It's rearing its head. It's meant to be. Saw can't even get out of spawn.
At this point, they take a gamble. That's really all they're left with here. They lean heavier over towards this B site. They keep Arostos as the lone A player because at this point, you're 3v5. You don't know where FaZe are looking to end up.
Done.
And Story is caught by Karrigan on the opener. Brokey even gets out in towards the A site, and so Arostos is hoping he can at least get away with that, but he can't.
Sick.
And they don't know where Ujerx is. Ujerx was the one guy who tried to propel them into the victory while regulation was still in play, but it won't happen here. He's denied in the clutch.
Unbelievable way to take us into overtime here. Now FaZe, wind in their sails. And a stormy forecast for Saw. Frozen's going to pop through the mid-molly. Out he goes again, looking for this clean entry. Mutirius with a reflash comes back for revenge, and there's no break on the smoke. They just run blind into the mid-stack. Okay, Saw with a response. And FaZe come crashing back to reality. Saw looking to take first round of OT. Oh. Water's still bugged. Rob snuck there, made a Q.
I mean, everywhere he goes, he's so up against it here, is Robs. There's, you know, even if he gets out with this first kill on the player over in pocket,
2 trades.
There's 2 folks ready to swing on him and put a stop to the round. So for Rops, like this is to be some of the cleanest mouse work you've ever seen if he wants to lock in a 1v5 here. It's going to start with a 1v3 to get the lane control, and pulling the molly signs his death certificate, so
you hunt them. There we go, they try again in middle. They're actually running through once more, and the same result. First time it was 1, this time Frozen doubles up full blind as they burn through that Molotov. Fire at the feet. And Frozen fires back for a third.
The fact he's ready for that is wild. Carrigan kind of missed the timing on it, but he must have called, like, yeah, that there is a world where they can be heaven. They could have found a timing. They could have found the gap. And Frozen flicks back up to it. Went from saying he's having a bit of a die game to suddenly a huge 3K here to try and long it out into double overtime. Robs holds this angle with Rain ready to support over in Donut. Leg connects off that AWP and FaZe. They've got that double overtime teed up. It's just Story and Ujerx to put a stop to. They're going to have some control over the site here, but not enough to get that bomb planted, especially not as FaZe keep that pressure on. Missed shot for Story. They know where he is. They've got him boxed in, and Rops will send him packing. It's another overtime. And so kind of an off angle there for Rops on that second fight.
They're going to rush. FaZe have read it, 3B, and they go.
And like desperate times call for desperate measures. They'll go up fast into the maws of this AWP, but nothing found for Brokey. Rain, bit of damage, disappears out through the cave smoke. Now tries to tee up to play this 3-on-3. Frozen arrives first. The nades deal with Rain, but Frozen makes his presence known. 1 man up close on the wall. Frozen's going to deal with him, and it's just Roman to get spammed out by Frozen. Ice cold, as it's a flawless CT side put forth from FaZe, and Frozen is now awake. You don't want the guy trying to trade him having a worse performance than your captain. And so now with Frozen activated, with him switched on, oh man, again over in middle, Frozen just won't stop. Arostos, his CT side was full of these openers in mid. That was one of the kind of shining lights for Saw, but it goes against him here. Aggression down the ramp is considered by Rain, but he's just missed that timing on the drop-off. Goes back in for the fight, and he can't win it. Carrigan aggressive is dealt with by Story's AWP, and so FaZe Clan, it's just on Rops and Brokey, but this is the dynamic duo you would want for a round like this. Top in the charts for FaZe Clan, and they're the two to try and deliver this game to them. Swinging out from Mutirius, it's punished by Rops. Story manages to get out, keeps the pressure on with this smoke down. Rops plays right through it. Right through the smoke. Missed shot from Story. And the ball is rolling for Rops.
It's tumbling now.
Attempting to be on his way to a 1v4 clutch. A man, a few words about his performance in the pre-game interview, but let's see if actions will speak louder than words here for Rops. 2 out of 4 isn't bad, but he wants everything. He wants the game. Roman will cut him down.
In this ocean. All right, FaZe, double side flashes for middle. They really want this control. A lot of resources expended. Saw will have to respect it. They reflash their way back in, though. Materis, it's an awkward angle. Can he escape with his life? Smoke comes down. And FaZe will take middle, but they won't take a kill for it. A lot of damage done. Seems like Saw still want to fight for the round in middle, right? 4 players, Red and Donut, ready to re-aggress once he smokes Fade. FaZe just post up a player at Red. Orb has the cross, Arostos has the entry.
Oh, Story, good recovery there after missing the first attempt onto Rain. He's able to find Carrigan at least. Re-smoke now in the way at Donut. That leaves the push to come through on main side. That push from Materis is crazy. Rain's just been given a freebie. You're kind of letting Rain get away with murder over in middle. Rain, 3 quick kills as he pivots around, and that's how it falls apart for Saw. It's just Roman left standing and no Empire left to build as FaZe pick this one up in double overtime.
Wins. They've only got 1 loss, Harry. It's just a shame that was the 3rd map of a major grand final, but we don't need to talk about that one. We don't talk about majors when it comes to Saw, so let's sweep it aside and get into the 2nd map of this series. A 10-2 lead, well, thrown away by Saw, you could say, in a double overtime game. And now FaZe just want to walk that one over the line on their pick of Inferno, moving away from Nuke as a classic. And Rob's denied Apartment's control. It's a 4-man setup here on the A site. Roman with a smoke to block B, but FaZe might just all in it. That's nice smoke. It comes in early, but FaZe can still pop through this with a well-placed flash. Util comes in. And FaZe ready to go through.
Roman is aware he's got his work cut out for him here. 1 flash on Materis, but you're faced with a decision. You want to use that now, and yeah, he'll lob that through, trying to set up Story on the push. It's a lot of damage, but just the 1 kill from the guy. No. Roman's going to get run down here. Won't get out with any more. 2v2. As FaZe have battled their way back into the pistol, they can't plant this bomb. Instead, they're going to be left scrapping and brawling for the round.
It's all on Frozen. Rain can't really do much. He has to stay back quad. Doesn't want to get just 1 tap. They clear the corner, though. Banana player needs to come through. Materis holds strong. Both kills without armor as well. Body shot would have ruined his round.
Biggest issue is very much just closing games. Like, if you think for FaZe, kind of the big narrative is how they've made it to all these grand finals. They won a good few of them early on, but then it all started to get away from them, and now they're not even managing that. You know, if you think about it, they're kind of in like this, the limbo circle of hell, right? Like the first one where it's like, yeah, you're making deep runs and you're always getting there, but getting over the line is hard. Saw like a couple of layers down in that they can have the best starts to games, but it's actually getting the dub that often eludes this team. It's like getting to 12 is all well and good, but finding the 13th, that's impossible.
Double Deagle entry. Make it 3 for Frozen. And they're going A. He's got the B site fully under control. This could still get a bit weird as Arostos spams the smoke. Where did this come from? He's got another 1v1. Story's dropped Frozen in the site, and suddenly it is just that B player. My God. It shouldn't even be a contest. It shouldn't even be close, but Arostos made it worth considering.
I just don't think you can. They've had so much time to get set up. Rain is able to just play with his ears here, essentially, right? The moment you get the info, you can adjust the setup to lock Story out of it. And so Story knows this one isn't worth attempting. It's better to just save. And so Frozen, all of a sudden, ends the entire round with just a deagle.
Oh, and that's like a, you know, he's walking forward. He cancels that with a quick strafe. That 3rd kill's the best of the lot.
This was meant to be one of your free rounds.
Yeah, you know, you don't get many of them.
One of the lock-in rounds for Saw.
Yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable, but...
And it is good to see. They as well need him. So that round was certainly not a bad way to open up.
Spawn smokes for Saw, 1 banana, 1 deep middle. Gives him a lot of control early. Kind of gives FaZe nothing. Frozen still challenging for this banana position. Taking Spawn. Good grenades. Flash him in for more. At least Frozen knows there shouldn't be more HEs towards this B-bomb site. Just Molotovs. I guess we get that look at that banana control with the Molotovs, right? Saw don't use them. The CT incendiaries a little weakened now, so we're going to see a lot more of those deep spawn smokes, I imagine. That were already pretty meta. Frozen's done 100 damage already.
That's scary. I mean, it was that exact angle that kind of ended any hope of the last round.
Dangerous fight to take his CT. Don't really want to give FaZe a pick into a B bomb site. Gonna make them work for it on A instead. Triple crossfire, boost up.
Ooh, Rops isn't going over towards balcony, and so that's ideal for this triple setup over here on the short side. You got a man boosted up on board. Gutierrez is swiftly deleted, and yeah, the peaks do come through from Saw, but they lose everyone in that fight. Ujak's gonna get delivered one. Oh, and the double for free. Carrigan spammed out, and so Frozen and Rops have got to lock this one in for FaZe. Now planted. Fast wrap up through short for Ujerks. He's held W here silently the entire round. It's here very, very quickly. Already up towards the car. Frozen mollied and forced out a little wider in the back of the site. Rops isn't holding short, so Frozen's hung out to dry. And Ujerks puts up 4 in the retake over towards A. A stalwart effort there brings Saw right back into it. Yeah. And it kind of was Ujerks towards the end of regulation, even into the overtimes. He was the one guy, for my money, playing with a good degree of confidence, still willing to take fights.
Double eco done. And no AWP, but not necessarily a problem yet.
Just concerning, because if you don't win rounds cleanly, you might never get the AWP again.
Let's just start winning rounds.
Yeah.
That's the first one. Triple B. FaZe realized that heavy util is indicative of that setup. They need to react if they do, but already Story's on his rotation. As FaZe try and take middle. They're stalled out by Molotovs. Nice util usage for Saw, but they've burned a lot at the start of this round. And the full belt on Arostos might go down without anything to say. Traded out in middle. And they even go through the smoke. Carrigan, that is naughty. Knowing he's killed a B player as well, opens up the map, and Rops closes yet another kill.
You could go anywhere right now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You're blessed on all sides, and so you learn where Story is. Carrigan has completely uprooted the B defense. And so FaZe move in once again to an empty B site.
Carrigan knows what kills are hyper important, and he's so great at getting them. Even when he leaves games with single digits, I see Carrigan like 8 kill games where I'm like, dude, 4 of those kills, 1 rifle round. So, you know, just a perfect play. He's even being held on Arch side. That's not a free kill. Comes up with both B entries from long. And FaZe just waltz that bomb in. There's no saving today, Story. Bad news, buddy.
Yeah, I think so. I would love to see them like pick a fight and really, you know, stick to it and commit to it. Like Frozen's been abusing Banana over and over again. Try and stem the bleeding there, because you know at most you're going to have like 2 players there to deal with, as has often been the case in these rounds. And more often than not, it is just Frozen and a single player up through Banana. We've seen a lot of these triple top mid setups, but even that always leaves you a little bit antsy. What if FaZe go out B? And that's how they were responding to the triple mids a hell of a lot. So Saw this time do make a bit more of an effort to hang around at Banana, and they set up Roman over at Car. He's able to keep replenishing these smokes to slow down the aggression up through Banana. But even then, it doesn't take much to convince him that's a bad idea. That one molly forces him away, and so FaZe suddenly retake this Banana control. Having Roman there meant that they had 4 players over here on A. But all it takes is this one kill, or even a bit of pressure over towards B, and FaZe are going to be in the site. The re-aggro from Story into mid is very well timed. That is a nice mid-round move taken from Saw. They get the info that FaZe aren't out in middle, and now Roman's hearing the shots over here at B, so they start to lean back over towards the B site. Story even deals with Rain in mid right as that bomb was moving back around. Frozen commits to the B push, but the rest of FaZe are teed up to hit A, and Saw are moving out of position. They realize they double back in. Story spotted over on default. That shot sails past. Arostos dead. Story, this has got to be your moment. This has got to be it. 10 seconds and the AWP connects. Not the second from Story. And so Carrigan's allowed to get that bomb planted. Saw on for the retake in a 3v2. They push the Moto smoke right in it. Carrigan and Robs on the crossfire.
It's just the bomb drop that forces Rain to hunt it down. Last round of the half here. Saw just trying to hold on. Give us something to be proud of on their CT side. Brokey, if they try and cross out. Oh, he's a little slow to that shot. Robs in apartments. They walk in. They win it. Saw 5-on-4. That's more like it. Carrigan going back for spawn for the bomb. Someone forgot it.
One of those interactions that was talked about on the desk, wanting to see Arostos come through with some aggression over towards the apartments to try and meet Rops there, and he does that, offering up the initial kill in this round. Brokey boosted, sees an arm, but can't quite take the opener. Now had 2 attempts at these B picks from the 2 players that normally do it, and they've both come short, so FaZe look elsewhere. Carrigan gets out in the top of middle. He's not really in any shape to try and take this control, right? He's wounded, so he's got to pay some respect to Materas here.
That is good self-control. Very easy to just re-swing now that you know the position. Rain perhaps going back for some nades. Maybe some flashes in spawn left on the last round of the half. So FaZe use everything they've got. Oh my god, Story is full running this. Rain in spawn, getting caught. Story can reset at least, but they've still got 3B, and FaZe don't want to try and retake this A space with 30 seconds. They've kind of just got to go into the belly of the beast.
Yeah, and FaZe, when you see Story pushing mid like that, you know that Sora are aware it's a B play. You know you're walking into a stack here. Do they have the metal for it? Ujerks opens, Materas' smoke push is cut down. Oh god, Roman. He's got some support from Arostos, but it's quickly cancelled out, so Roman's got to do this. Time's of the essence, and Rain runs him down.
Not again.
It's just Story left standing. The first man to get spotted before this B play came through now has to be the one to close it out. They know where he's coming from. The Story AWP has got to connect. If Saw want 5 on the half, and Story's not being given anything, they are ready to swing this together, and they take him in tandem.
Saw, they've impressed today, Harry. But I think they finally bit off more than they can chew on Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking too great for them on Inferno. Even the fact that, as you say, it was some 2v4 real nail-in-the-coffin moments where you even have the advantage to play with, and it's still getting away from you, that kind of signposted this rough CT half for Saw. Now they move on to the T side versus a FaZe that's playing with full confidence. And so you don't fancy their chances here on FaZe's map pick of Inferno.
They've slipped past.
They managed to get past Rain short. But that bomb would still have to venture up through mid, and Rain's in a position where he could look to put a stop to that. This repos could get caught. Brokey holds on to top mid, and Rain waits for the pop out through the apartments. They get real close to him. It's a little awkward, but Brokey might have provided salvation if FaZe with that double on the 3-man pack moving its way out through mid.
I don't think there's a kit in this round either, so FaZe going to have to be quick on the flank, coming up on short side, looking for this graveyard kill. Arostos has the cross, Rops hits a shot, but it might all fall to the wayside unless Frozen has a clutch ready to deliver. They swing too soon. 1v1 now for Frozen. He's waiting for the fight, and Ujerks will take it and take the pistol round for Saw.
The job is far from done. Force up for FaZe has been the case all across this series. We're able to dodge Rain in the apartments last time. This time they've got to meet him head on. He just gets out of there right as the AK arrives. Sora going to go back for these back-to-back apartments pops. Flashed off the angle. Oh, Rain gets out with a double. They weren't ready for that. He's so wide on the angle. He was body blocking that first man in.
Full blind.
Now Rops with Brokey playing in tandem. Brokey's the bait. Rops is here to mop up anyone that he can tag with the scout, and Rops delivers in that department. It's Ujerks left in another clutch for Saw. Bomb is under FaZe control. Ujerks has very much been that kind of shining light player for the Saw squad, able to deliver in these clutches, but this one is not easy, not with Brokey teed up down in the pit.
You got to move on, you got to play your best here, but FaZe have already, as we said, won 2 brutal 2v4s in the most important gun rounds of this game. Saw needs something, anything, a bit of levity, or this map could go flat.
He started insanely heavy over towards B, but Saw haven't put enough pressure on over here at A for that to be something FaZe have got to worry about. Rob still has time to get set up over at balcony. Brokey's even teeing up flashes for him. He could have looked. Oh, that one would have been free. The molly will catch Aros Dos, and so Rops gets that freebie. Brokey even finds success over towards short. And they're relentless. They never back down. FaZe just keep fighting you every step of the way here. And sure, it's too much for Brokey, but it's all fine for Rops. Dink onto Story, and the job nearly done. 3 players ready to run down Story. And Rain will lock in match and series point for FaZe Clan. Dominantly done on Inferno. To put
in 5, but a maybe for FaZe. No napping. Wide awake. They did not go back to bed. No napping for this team. Wide awake. 12-5. And as we said, a team that have yet to win a group in CS2, but have been in near every final. This is finally time, maybe for FaZe, to make a clean run. 5v4 in what could be the final round. And Sora just feeding the beast right now, trading out mid.
I mean, it's gotten very loose for Saw. They're kind of giving into the chaos, right? And FaZe thrive there. 4 on 3 here, the end of the line fast approaching.
He's got a resmoke. He's got a flash ready in CT.
Rosen teed up with the flashbang, throwing himself in. Will get overwhelmed by Mutira, sure, but he's done enough to slow this down, give Carrigan some time to get involved, and Carrigan's looking clean today. He'll run through Saw as FaZe lock in the 2-0 victory. A slow start does not define this FaZe Clan. They lock Saw out of it.